Is that a 10 by 10? No, can't you read? It's a 7 by 7. Alright, so unboxing, review, first impressions, switch those around, whatever, of the MGC 7 by 7. So MGC cubes, mainly well, I'd say big cubes, but that includes the 4x4, 5x5, all the way through 7x7. They all have this very interesting style of box with the pattern here, and on the top with the little slider, so I have the 6x6 right here. It has kind of the same style. And so, yeah, let's open this thing up. Alright. And now we have the box. Let's get this thing open. And of course, like every single cube on the market, we have the sliding thingy, which takes forever to open. And there we go. So we have the cube right here, and we have an accessory box, so I'm gonna take both of those out. Of course it comes with the stand, so if I can call it the stand. And so we have the cube. It's relatively heavy, to be honest, but then this is my first 7x7, so I don't know. And let's check out this thing first. So there's a person on it. Let's open this box real quick. So YJ has a new thing in this box. Of course, we have the screwdriver, like always. We have, I don't know what this is, solving pamphlet maybe? Or 4x4. Well, they might have more on the inside, but I don't need that. We have the magnets, so if one of the magnet falls out, which is pretty much unlikely, and some extra springs. And we also have, hey, there's one more bag. Oh, more springs. Wait, what are those? Okay, I don't know. Some springs, I'll look into that later. And finally, we have a little stand. So this is pretty nice. And I believe this is a new type of stand that YJ developed, and you can kind of hook these pieces together. I'm not exactly sure how they would go together. Well, this was kind of interesting to assemble because you have to have these little clasp thingies. After you push it on, you have to kind of push in these tabs into it. That way it won't just fall apart. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting stand. I know I haven't taken the wrapper off, but I mean, you can... Yeah, that's pretty neat. You have the YJ words on here. Yeah, now let's actually check out the cube. Alright, so I might have said this already, but this is my first 7x7, so I'm really excited. Now, I suppose we can take this little wrapper thingy off. Alright, here we go. Now let's see the cube. And here we have it, the YJ MGC 7x7. And so we have pretty nice shades. We have, well, you know, there's not much to say about the white. We have a nice bright green, nice bright, kind of like a highlighter yellow. I like this orange, nice and light, but not too, like, indistinguishable from the yellow. And pretty dark red, but I can deal with it. The blues are a little bit darker as well, but, you know, it's all fine. So let's try to make a checkerboard pattern. So we have that new cube papery feel, of course. So that's perfectly normal. I'll put some lube in it after we're done. And because this is an odd number cube, we can checkerboard it. And this looks amazing. I mean, I haven't seen such a checkerboard on a big cube before, but this is really, really cool. So yeah. Alrighty, so I did a couple of J-firms on each of the layers, and I have a pretty good idea of how the thing feels. It's a little bit sandy out of the box, but of course that's normal. My 6x6 also had that problem, but then after I did a few solves, it kind of went away, and it was a lot more smoother. So currently, I'd say that each layer feels very even. The inner layers have stronger magnets, so it kind of balances out with the, you know, it's kind of more inaccurate in the inner layers, so it kind of snaps harder. And of course, the most inner is the strongest, the outer is the weakest. And so I'd say this cube performs really well. So I don't have much experience with big cubes. I have a 6x6, that's all. And I'm probably not qualified to say anything more about this stuff, but it feels really nice, and I'll do some solves later and maybe put the results in a description. So let's take a quick look at the accessories that I discarded earlier. Alrighty, so why I thought these accessories were interesting was because they have these little pluses and minuses now, which I'm assuming means that these have more elasticity and this one has less. And again, I had a previous MGC 6x6 which didn't have the pluses and minuses, which is right here. I already have the cube out, so the cube isn't in here. But as you can see, I combined the springs, but these springs aren't labeled with pluses and minuses, so this might be an older version of the 6x6, I'm not sure, but I just recently got another 6x6 with the 7x7, and in that accessory box, something really interesting happened, which is that they actually changed it. Now, this also has the pluses and minuses, so of course we have the magnets and everything, but as you can see, we have the pluses and minuses. So they might have remodeled their thingies just because people liked it more this way. Maybe it's random, maybe it's a newer model, but I suppose if you buy a 6x6 from MGC these days, it will also have these special magnets and springs. So in order to break this cube in, I thought it'd be nice to record my solve, because why not? And so I'm gonna scramble it right now. Just a disclaimer, if you see me using some very new method, then well, it's because I am very bad at 7x7 and all big cubes in general. So, you know, I'm just doing this for fun. Don't judge me. And yeah, I'm gonna put most of the solve in time lapse, so here we go. So after that solve, I experienced some of the corner cutting, the things, and everything just flows together really well. It's a super smooth cube, probably after I break it in, because it's a little bit sandy just right now. But I'll do a couple of solves. Hopefully it will, like, I don't know, smooth down some of the pieces. I'm gonna drop in some of my favorite lube, GAN lube, because why not? And so, yeah, after all of that, I might make another video about how everything's going and how this cube is for me. And I'll see you guys then. So that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to. And with that, that's all. Bye.